Chapter 1. Philip. I never wear a hat in a galaxy, you should know that. And hello.
The year of our Lord 1135 had come to an end. King Henry of England, son of William the Conqueror, had died. It was a time of poverty and death. In their despair, some had come to believe Christ and all his saints had gone to sleep, and that the pillars of the earth themselves had begun to crumble.
It's probably better for them to read it than for me to read it, Wyborg. And hello. Oh, I stroked a pony! Where's he going to stroke him, though? Just saying.
Is there no one to welcome us?
Who goes there? You just crossed the bridge, right? That'll be a farthing for you and a penny for your horse.
Monks and villagers don't have to pay a toll.
Sorry, I'm not good at this. I told Brother Paul. It's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Should we give him a bit of cheese? Fuck it. I'll give him a bit of cheese.
It is not much, but I can share this with you.
That's a big bit of cheese. Holy shit. He took it all. The coaster smells of a bit of cheese that was wrapped in... hang on, he said he was going to share it, but he gave him it all. You know? He gave him all of it.
I hope now it will be easier for you to fulfill your duties.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Maybe they're circling about higher, Drescher.
Will you take care of my horse, brother?
Finally!
I've come to see Prior James.
Beep, 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 beep. Thanks again.
Prior James? That's
Prior
him
James.
the bells are tolling for. Leave the horse here. I'll get it down to the priory later. Fish should go nicely with that cheese.
What? Why are they ringing the bells?
Don't you know?
Don't you
The
know?
devil has come to Kingsbridge.
The devil has come to Kingsbridge?
Philip's Bible, you could use the Bible on objects to find out what the Bible tells Philip about them, or use it on people to discuss matters of the faith. Okay. It's not how you imagine it. Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier on, and yesterday or before to folks, I never read the books. I'm not sure. I don't read many books. I didn't even know the book existed until I saw this game. That's all that. Let's go and have a look. We go inside? No? We can't go inside again. Okay, cool.
I wonder where Paul is.
I guess that was his hut, right? So hang on, we've got a path to the mill. Let's see what's on this path first. You think you saw the miniseries? I think the miniseries was out like I think it's about 2009, 2010, something like that. I think. Rough stone. So we got a cloth and a book.
The shape of these stones is always proof to me that the Lord has created all this, as are the shapes of leaves and snail shells. God has made them and has made them well.
Prairie takes a fish from the river. Let's go down to the mill.
The Lord has given them plenty, and they let it go to waste.
Oh dear. Looks a bit run down, doesn't it?
Why is this locked?
I don't know why it's locked. You tell me. Off to the cloister, off to the religious. To the cloister.
When he opened the sixth seal, I looked, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth. The moon became like blood, and the stars of the sky fell to the earth as the fig tree sheds its winter fruit when shaken by a gale.
You going to the cathedral? Let's do it. Cemetery, was that chapter house?
There's no one here either. Where are they?
Where are they indeed? Brothers, here the brothers hold elections. He's probably going to be, I don't know. Maybe he's getting, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to him. At some point he's gonna get deaded or something. Get buried or something. Killed. I don't know. Great. So many buried here are awaiting judgment day. Also the prior. Let's go here first, because we're looking for him, aren't we? We're looking for Prior James, so there's his house. He's not going to be in there because we know he's in the village.
It's locked.
I don't know who it was that was talking inside though. Rubble removed. Look, one of the towers has collapsed. Nice. Oh yes, it was struck by lightning. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm guessing the stables don't smell very pretty.
Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean. Remove the evil of your deeds from before my eyes. Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast.
Guest house, kitchen door to the cloister, cathedral main gate. Let's check the kitchen first, and we'll go in the cathedral itself. See who was talking. See who was talking. Let's see who was talking.
Closed.
I'll leave for the game of the book you actually read with joy. Ah, okay. We haven't been here too long. I think we've only just got through the intro. We played the prologue. That's all we played so far. I don't know. I don't know if the characters were playing the prologue was just Tom Builder was walking through the forest with his family, and his wife gave birth before she passed away.
Why did they lock it? Maybe the side entrance is open.
Okay, so we're going to go back around to where we was before. We've done a whole circuit. No, he's not. He wasn't died. I think I think it was his wife. They gave birth while I was walking through some woods to go to the Shire. The Shiring, I think they said it was going. And she died in childbirth. And then we start controlling this guy. And we're looking for Prior James. I don't know if he died. Eventually, I don't know.
Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness. The pestilence that rode in on the lightning that struck our cathedral 4 years ago. Did you not all feel its presence here ever since? James did. And I did as well. But the Lord says, the Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. Our beloved Prior James has served the Lord all his life. He shall be delivered from the darkness, from this dark earth.
Prior James?
Philip.
Francis?
For many years, James has been our prior. After the upcoming election, I vow to lead Kingsbridge Priory with the same steady hand. Amen.
Dun, 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 dun.
Philip, we told your brother you'd come to Kingsbridge New Year's Day.
I did not expect to see you here.
I was on my way back to Gloucester and wanted to see you.
A priest working in the world of politics. You must tell us about it, Francis.
Of course.
And his brother a prior of what now? 2 years?
It's been 4 years, Cuthbert.
I see. How are things in St. John in the Forest, Philip?
Our little cell is happy and healthy.
Hello, Squirrel.
Happy and healthy. Thanks to your brother, Francis, St. John in the Forest is prospering. His novices are obedient, his monks humble and pious, while our own priory is in such a sorry state.
You know James did the best he could. It was not his fault. Also, they make a remarkable cheese in St. John's. Come by the kitchen later to see us, will you?
He wants the rest of our cheese.
Brother Cuthbert seemed upset.
Well, we all are. The way James died was disturbing.
Ask about the devil. That's how he died.
Disturbing? How did Prior James die?
7 days ago, Brother Remigius found James's room empty. We all looked for him for hours. Then we found his footprints by the bridge and a hole in the ice.
Oh no.
No.
In the small hours of Christmas Day, he must have walked out on the river. We didn't even find his body. The river took him, and the cold.
I will pray for James. See me when you have time, Philip. I will be in the cathedral.
And I should go and see how Brother Cuthbert is doing. It's good to see you, Philip. Maybe things will get better after the chapter elects the new prior.
Hopefully. I will come by the kitchen later, Milius.
Before midnight, Rambuzz. Yes, it'll be here. And, hello. What is Francis doing here? And where is he?
At least it wasn't Remigius who punished us. Brother Marcus said he's taking a beating now once a week.
I saw him crying.
There's some young monks.
He cried.
See, I don't know. I'm guessing no, Doug. You mentioned about the decisions. I mean, this is obviously based on the books, but I mean, it's obviously done by Daedalic rather than Telltale or Dontnod. But there are definitely like events that you can change through choices. So obviously, there's going to be multiple paths, right? So who knows?
You look like you want to ask me something.
You are Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes, but you can call me Brother Philip.
You see? Told you he wouldn't mind.
Yes. Now ask him.
How about you ask him?
I already asked Brother Andrew.
That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
Of course it counts. He was angry with me.
If you promise to lower your voices from now on.
Oh, of course.
We promise.
Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
Must be a place. A cathedral.
That's probably what the guest master was talking about.
Each of us is God's temple, in the way that he created us.
And what if someone does something to God's temple?
The scripture says, if anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him.
Even if he destroys his own temple of God?
So for Prior James there's no salvation as well?
We don't know. It's obviously you got one option, which is obviously going to be sticking by the book, the scripture, or venture away from it. We don't know if he killed himself or was a suicide or not.
For a self-murderer, there is no salvation.
What if the devil takes our souls too?
Commit yourselves to God. Be humble and pious. Be without sin. God's grace will not allow the devil to lay hand on any of you. Prior James will face judgment. It is between him and God. Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid.
No, Brother Philip.
Thank you, Brother Philip.
Have you seen my brother, Francis?
The priest working for Robert of Gloucester? He's your brother? Your family?
Yes, he is.
Oh, he went into the cathedral, I believe.
He did. I saw him.
Let's go. Let's go find him.
Thank you. You are very helpful.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever did watch the miniseries on myself.
We're all God's temple.
All of us.
Yes, all of you. Why are you blowing the candles out? Oh, yeah, stop it. Light it. Why did you do that? Why did you blow it out, you odd person? See out the front. Early water font. I want to light it back again. I can't. Oh, there it is.
Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen. You and your weird Swedish, was it the crypt of Saint Adolphus? Never heard of that, bro.
I'm happy to see you, little brother.
It's good to see you too, Philip. Your hair is starting to get a bit grey.
Yours isn't. At least in this one case, I will be the one to boldly charge ahead of you.
You've always been bold. You just don't admit it to yourself.
Francis, what are you doing here?
King Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
We'll stay positive.
God has a plan.
Try to stay
I
positive.
know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
Francis knows Rivalry on the Throne, Part 1. We got Tom. Francis knows about late King Henry. Part 1 dated 1st of January 1136. So are we gonna? I'm not exactly sure what our mission in this game is gonna be, or obviously it's still very early. Obviously anyone that's read the books will probably have an idea of where the story's going, but I do not. I have not. For many years, Alec King Henry has been without an heir. His only legitimate son, as well as several other relatives, have drowned. Finally, his daughter Maud gave birth to a boy. It was Henry's last wish that his infant grandson would continue his reign, as Henry II once had a boy come of age, until the day his mother and daughter of the king would rule in his place. Despite being the rightful heir to the throne, Empress Maud is viewed unfavourably by most of the Norman overlords. The reason is Maud's marriage to Geoffrey of Anjou. The county of Anjou and the Duchy of Normandy have been rivals for a long time. A rivalry that now is about to become war, taking place right here in England. For Maud's cousin Stephen has now crossed the channel from Normandy and taken place on the throne by force. Okay. Each of the three main protagonists have their own agenda, which will make them cross paths in one way or another often. Okay. We got offer. We can see what we can do, right?
If only we could stop the suffering.
Maybe we can.
Oh.
I came not just to meet you.
Dramatic music.
I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Dun dun dun. Who knows something about Francis? About a missing knight. Okay, so we got... Find out about a missing knight. Yes, we gotta find out about him.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you?
I knew I could rely on you.
Can we ask him about a missing knight? Because,
About that knight.
He was carrying an important document for my master. You have to find it.
Okay.
The cloth is useless, at least right now.
Oh, we can't give him a bit of cheesy cloth.
I wonder, Francis, how much of your work is related to our Lord?
All of it. But Earl Robert is not a pious man. I try to guide him as best I can, but I cannot change what he has me writing or reading.
Okay, so we can go down into the crypt or up into... This is good. Let's have a look down in the crypt. Because why the hell not, right? Oh. We can't get in this.
Locked.
Let's not go down in a crypt. Leads up to the roof. Can we go in? That's probably locked as well, right? Yeah, we can't open that. Go. Let's just start looking for people. If those young monks are out here still, we'll ask them.
Because God created us in his image. That's why we can all pray to him.
We don't need to go to church for that.
Brothers, have you two heard about a knight visiting Kingsbridge?
The Earl of Shiring was here, and some of his knights.
And many other nobles at Christmas.
It would have been a lone rider, a messenger.
I don't think so.
If someone had come to Kingsbridge, Brother Paul would have seen him.
Brother Paul went back out to his toll hut.
I see. Thank you.
So Brother Paul was obviously the dude that we saw at the bridge, right?
No, we are the temple.
But why a church then?
Oh, I know this. I'm just having a word with this dude. It's a fresh grave. Is that going to be? I don't know. Who's this for? Is it going to be for the prior or is it for someone else? Who are these dudes down here?
Brother Ronaldus, how
What
are
a
you?
nice looking old man.
Huh? What?
What?
How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well. It's just that the dead won't stay in the ground.
What?
The dead. It's probably those badgers always digging up the graves.
It could be zombies. It could be zombies. I mean, it's possible, right?
Say, has there been a knight to Kingsbridge?
A knight? A knight? Yes. He's here. Right here.
Do you know who he was? How did he die?
Brother Paul found him.
It's all Brother Paul.
Where is Paul?
Down at the bridge, freezing his walnuts off, I reckon. He talked to him.
Alright, Brother Paul is who we're going to speak to.
I only put him in
Sure.
the ground.
It is a game, Jerry. It is a game. What do you think it is?
That's all I ever do.
Do you have any idea what the knight was doing here?
Probably tried to jump off the end of the world.
What do you mean?
There is nothing here. Kingsbridge lies at the end of the road. Nobody comes here.
What do you mean, I'm here? No, they're fishing. Of course
My
they're
father
fishing.
gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
What?
I bet you could.
One of the novices said he hid Cuthbert's keys in a crack in the cathedral. Let's go stuff a crack ourselves. Well, we can go get a key, I suppose, before he does. I suppose. Let's even go in here now. Oh, we can, okay. Then we're gonna go back and get the crack. Find the crack.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Sure.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
Zombies!
The accuser.
But why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
Did a knight come to Kingsbridge within the last few weeks?
Of course. Even the bishop and the earl were here for the Christmas service. I held the sermon.
And the week before?
That week I was not here. Andrew Sacrist and I travelled to Shiring to hire cooks and buy food for our guests.
I see.
I see. Now we can report a thief, or we can take the key for ourselves. I think I'm going to take the key. We'll find the key and take it.
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. May never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
Okay. We'll let you get back to your work. Okay. Let's go try and find this crack, shall we? A crack in the wall inside the cathedral.
Why cathedrals? Why do we create temples if we are the temple? Isn't it almost arrogant to try and build a greater temple?
Can you double click for fast travel? I think when we come out of here, we'll try. Not inside. I think maybe when you go between rooms, I think you can. If you're going between locations, I think you can. Not yet, no. They're not here yet in the galaxy. It's got to be somewhere like lowish, right? For him to be able to grab it. You're talking about these really crazily big monitors. I mean, who the hell would want something that big, you know? Size isn't everything, boys. Or so I'm told. Ah, there's a crack in the wall. That crack. That crack.
The novice said he hid the keys in here.
Let's do it. Let's get them.
They're here. I have them.
Okay. Unlocks most doors and gates in the bar. So now we can actually go into the cellar and open it up. I'm not sure if we go... Should we go in the cellar? Just because we can? No, we'll come back later. We'll come back to the cellar later. Let's go outside and we'll walk around outside. But yeah, look, we double clicked on the door and it went out straight away. So you can fast travel once you know a little bit. Yes.
Can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's support him.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you.
Oh.
How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I beg your forgiveness.
I'm sorry.
I was overwhelmed when I heard Prior James had passed.
You should know better. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
Brother Andrew, have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
Aside from the ones that visited for Christmas? No. If there had been an official guest, I would know. And no one stayed at our guest house.
Let us continue this conversation later.
Of course. There's a lot of planning for me to do for the upcoming election.
Well, thanks.
We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the cathedral.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Map of the priory. Alright, we got a map. Okay, so we're standing over somewhere around here down in the stables. The crypt, we do have the keys to go in the crypt now. We've looked at the cemetery, we've been to the cathedral, we've been to the chapter house. We was in the house of the prior. We're looking at the stables again. We're looking at the guest house and the kitchen, and we're going to look in the crypt. And I guess we've got to go back over to the toll hut, which is where we left our horse, because he's the guy that they said was saw the knight and spoke to him before he died. If it's the same one, right? I think that was on the options menu, right? The map. Yeah, okay. So on the options menu, we get a map. Right, let's look in the guest house over here. We've got a kitchen over there. We can't go in the guest house, though. We can go in the kitchen, though. Let me check out the kitchen.
Philip!
Brother Milius.
What? Oh, shut up. I thought he was leaving.
Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven.
Thank you, Brother Cuthbert.
Tell him to warm himself by the oven. Let's warm ourselves by the stove.
Ah, wonderful.
Oh.
I always put some extra stones on the stove to warm up water. Put one in your pocket, and you'll keep warm.
Oh? Ouch!
Careful, they're hot.
Put a stone in your pocket to keep warm, oh my god.
You keep everything nice and tidy around here, Milius.
It's not easy. This morning one of my ladles broke. That's never a good sign. Everything is falling apart.
A painted pot.
Milius, why do you keep a beautiful pot like this around?
Oh, it reminds me that we should strive for order and beauty. I started collecting some seeds and nuts because I wanted to start a new garden.
A good idea.
I never got around to collecting more, though. If you find some, let me know.
Right, we find some nuts. Okay. If we find nuts, he wants them. Let's have a word. Let's check him out.
If there's one man I don't need to preach to, it's Milius.
What was that?
Nothing. It's just, I thought I'd love for you to have more of a say around here.
I'm just the kitchener.
And a friend. If you think I underestimate myself, then...
Where's my dinner?
Maybe that's why we get along so well.
Where's my dinner?
Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service? No, I don't remember any knights visiting us.
I mean, the setting's probably part of it as well. You've got to remember, this is set in like the 12th century. It's not as if they're going to be out partying or, doing things really exciting. They're monks. They do monk stuff, right? I mean, what do monks do?
Hard at work, as usual, Milius.
What do monks do?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Every other day, we even have poultry.
So, this guy spends his time salting fish. Really exciting.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip.
I do think the Scribbler wants one of these haircuts that these monks have.
We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius? Put things right?
Who would vote for Remigius? He would be no better than Prior James.
He is the sub-prior, and he made promises to some of the brothers, like the sacrist. He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the priory's ledgers.
Oh dear.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
What?
Lies.
Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving. Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refused. I'm too old.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps. Not since he began talking to the devil.
Ooh.
What?
There's his excitement,
One day
Squirrel.
he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side. He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins? We'll talk more later.
We do have Cuthbert's keys. We could give them back to him, but I got a feeling we should keep
Brother
them.
Cuthbert. Ah, we were waiting for you.
We can give them to him
you
later.
brought some of that wonderful cheese you make at St. John's.
I gave it to one of your novices.
Why would you do that?
Well,
he said it's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Greedy brother Marcus.
You are too trusting, Philip.
No.
Has there been a night to Kingsbridge recently?
Milius, wasn't there a poor soul found dead before Christmas?
I don't know if he was a knight.
He was put to rest in the cemetery.
The cemetery? That was the right thing to do. Brother Cuthbert, you seem worried.
Prior James was a kind man, but the priory is in a terrible state, Philip.
Philip knows. He was just too kind to say anything.
Yes, I know. I wanted to use my New Year's visit to talk with Prior James about these matters.
We should be rich. The priory has much land and collects from many parish churches, but we are in debt. Our novices steal from us, Philip.
The novices are stealing?
Yes, someone took my keys. Remigius blames me for losing them. But someone used them to steal food from the cellar more than once. Today I found something missing again.
Well, it's okay. No one else is gonna steal something. Now we can give them back to him, but do we want to give him his keys back? I kind of want to look in the cellar first, then we can give him his keys back. Right? If we go and look in the cellar ourselves, then we can come back and give him his keys, right? And give me back
Let us
afterwards.
continue another time.
Once we look around, we can do that. That seems like the best thing to do. But I would really like to look what's in there. If once we give up the keys, we can't look in there, right? Maybe we can use the keys to go in the guest house as well. Because you say they're supposed to open everything here, right? We can try.
No need to lock the guest house.
Oh. I want to go in the guest house, damn it! We can't go in the guest house, okay. Let's do it, let's look in the cellar.
I'm sure. There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
It's Adolphus.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
I'd love to.
No talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
I'd love to go in the crypt.
Yes, I'm sure.
The thing is, sir, right, he's telling us to go in the crypt and prove there's no one down here, but we haven't got a key, right? Because apparently, only because we got stolen these keys, the only way we know there's someone we can get in here. So he must have known we had the keys in our pocket. The darkness.
Let's see what we can find. No reason to be afraid.
Wait, no, don't go in the hole. Oh. I thought it was a hole.
Nothing. These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Nothing here. The saint rests in peace.
Walk into the darkness.
Even if it is Adolphus, we would have to welcome him. Hello?
Uh-oh.
Ah!
What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a bird. What the hell is that?
What is that?
It's a strange being. Is it a monkey?
What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello? Oh!
Oh.
An owl.
An owl.
Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them.
It's just a fucking owl. I thought it was a monkey. I wish... It didn't look like an owl. It looked like he jumped from one side to the other and not flew. Now, should we lock... Are we going to lock the door as we go out? We're not, are we?
Did you not hear it?
Dear.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
Oh, maybe we can use the... We can go up here now. Well, they're going to see us, right?
No, I'm not good with height.
Ah, you wimp. He's not good with heights.
It feeds us.
So we're going to go back out to the,
We are people of God.
To the,
Yet
the
we
dude
need to
outside. The tall dude.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the nobles.
We can look in the mill. Whoa. So once we've looked in the doors, we'll give him his keys back. Hey, we got an achievement for looking in here. Nice. Probably beyond repair. So the mill looks a bit of a shit, like a bit of a shit show, doesn't it? Words carved into wood. Brothers, I have to leave. I have not found God to be here with you. The cane of Sub-Prior Remigius shall never again hit my back, never again. Maybe I shall find God elsewhere. Thomas. Oh dear. Oh my God. Okay, so this is like a suicide note, I guess, right? Oh dear. Oh dear. The shabby manger. Shit. It's out the window. So we're gonna go see the guy up by the bridge who is he should be he's probably in his hut now, isn't he? The horse is gone, so he must have put that horse away. Oh, there he is. Brother Paul.
Brother Paul?
Philip. Ah, ouch.
Oh. He's got big ears. Do you think he wants us to rub his foot? I'll happily rub his foot.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Oh, yeah. Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
Oh, he could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
Don't be silly.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Have faith in the Lord, Brother Paul. You did well.
Thank you, Philip.
Right. Francis Knight had a letter with him. It's probably in the prize room. Okay. Print a document from Vienna. So where's the... Maybe he's gonna. So we obviously saw the stuff in the mill. I was wondering if that was gonna be another conversation piece, but it's not. I've only got this as a conversation piece. village of Kingsbridge. Should we go to the village? Building by the fields. Now that's going to be the mill, right? Yeah, it's the mill. Okay.
Hello?
Anyone here?
I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window, but most houses are empty.
Right to Gloucester. Most of them are gone. Oh my god. Where'd they all go? Alright. So basically we gotta get the guy out of the thingy, out of the prior's office so we can root around on his stuff. Maybe we can speak to the guys in the kitchen about that thing probably not, but maybe.
It's getting cold. When will these novices learn to close the door?
I wanted to speak to him about the note we first saw in the mill.
Milius, may I have a word with you?
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I just know we haven't got any, it doesn't give you an option for that.
Prior James had a document I would like to see.
It's probably amongst the things that Remigius is going to burn.
Oh no.
He's in the Prior's room. Maybe you can talk him out of it. You look like you have something important to do. I'll be here.
Of course we do. I didn't notice if it changed in the bottom. I think in the bottom where you got the object you can talk to him about. That's the one for your current quest. Should we give me his keys back now? We've gone over, haven't we? We can give him his keys now. Let's give him his keys.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
Where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
That is a sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
I will think about it.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
Ah, cool. He told me to keep them anyway. Nice.
I'm looking for a document that was given to Prior James.
It's probably in the Prior's room, then.
Right, okay.
I will leave you to...
Let's go speak to our bro and let him know what we found out so far. Alright, bro!
Philip, have you found something yet?
Not yet. I will see what I...
We have!
The letter is probably in the Prior's room. But the sub-prior is going to burn all of James's documents.
What? We cannot allow that to happen, do you hear?
Of course not.
Alright.
I see. A temple to feed the temple.
Yes. It looks like what we're going to have to do, doesn't it? Get him out of the room by doing that, I suppose. I'll ask everyone about it because
I'm
why not?
looking for a document that was in the possession of Prior James.
How does that relate to my tasks? Talk to Remigius.
Mactius. Hello, Mactius. And thank you for dangling your bits in front of the stream.
We must take good care of it.
A monk? You see me as a monk?
Our cathedral.
What, complete with a haircut?
We must.
I don't know about a haircut. I think your head get cold. My head would get cold. Come on, talk to me.
Edges. We
Where are
used to
badgers?
eat them.
You say badgers? Wait, badgers? Badger soup, oh my god. Couldn't you imagine what that tastes like?
The letter is not around here.
Badger soup. Oh my god. Alright, he's gonna moan interrupt him again, but he's gonna have to listen to us.
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
Brother Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus. I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is something we cannot take lightly.
He's gonna flog him. Wait, you're not gonna go now? Go now! Go now! Now!
About the keys that were stolen by Brother Marcus.
I will deal with him.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory.
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's
T-Bonks would make a good monk.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
He made it up.
The new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
The suckers must organise a chapter meeting to save Prior James documents. Okay.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
Now leave. Get out of my sight. Alright. It wasn't going to be so easy just to tell him that he's nicked stuff and getting out of the room. But we still have the keys. So we still got them at the moment. Let's go speak to him now. Let's go speak to, what's his face? In here.
Brother Andrew.
What is it now?
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt. And without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
We'll stick with a good book.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in the chapter meeting today.
Thank you.
We got a chance. T-Bonks, the hermit.
When I'm done here, I will tell
The
all the
monk
monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
In order to save his MGO. So we need to kind of round them all up now, I guess, and bring them back here. But we still saw there was still the thing we saw in the mill, which was telling them, which kind of, it was like a suicide note from him, right? We still got that there. Let's go and see the guys and the thing in the front first. Oh, Ellie won today. And T-Bonks is the one that died.
Ah, Philip, it's you.
Wait, we can't.
About the key.
Will you... I already keep them until we know what to do, will you?
Okay.
I have to go.
You know.
Come on. I don't really have to go. I just need to drag this onto your face.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you and Remigius quarrel.
Brother Cuthbert?
Do not worry. We are on your side.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
Alright, so we got two of them on our side, right? We can go and have a word with a dude, up here by the bridge and see if we can get his support as well. How many are all together? There's this guy. He's free. They got the one holding me was 5, right?
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip. Ah, my foot.
It's too cold for you here.
He's gonna die of cold, isn't he?
Brother Paul, a word. So you gave the knight's letter to Prior James?
Remigius will probably burn it with the... Maybe it's better that way. After all that has happened.
I have to leave, brother.
Take care. It's getting cold.
Alright, so I wonder what's gonna... I wonder what we get to do over here. There's a location over here that's nothing here. I wonder what... A small clearing. I wonder what is gonna go on here. Oh, what did he... We got some nuts! Oh, what? Oh, the dude in the kitchen wanted the nuts, didn't he? We can go and give him our nuts. Let's give him our nuts. And let's go back to the mill again and see if we can see that thing on the thing again. We can't. You can't look at the thing again here. Oh, we got a picture. We have it though. We have it here. We have the letter here though. We looked at right this. I'm surprised we didn't get to see them. Because obviously, looking at that, we saw written on the wall. You know, it makes it sound like Remigius is obviously up to no good, right? All right, I'm gonna go back to the kitchen. Oh. And give him the nuts, because he wanted some nuts, didn't he? Let's give him some nuts. Hang on, nuts, give him.
I found some beech nuts.
Ah, we will grow a beech tree then.
Wonderful.
If we ever get round to starting the garden.
I'm sure you will.
Alright, okay, we go back. You got an achievement for giving him our nuts! It's a shame the achievement wasn't called nuts or something. Alright, let's we'll speak to our brother, tell him that the thing's going on, and we'll go and speak to what's his face, to Remigius, and tell him it's going to happen. And that'll be everyone spoke to apart from this guy. And he told us not to interrupt this guy, right? So we won't interrupt him.
The sacrist agreed to a meeting today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip. I will attend, of course.
Right.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you?
Remigius is a dick.
Nice. I knew I could rely on you.
Cemetery. Let's speak to what's his face and tell him.
Oh.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh. Talk to Brother Andrew.
I already did! I was going to tell him it was arranged, but he doesn't give a shit. So, I guess if you go in the chapter room now, once you've spoken to everyone, it will just start, right? Maybe. We've got nothing else to do until it starts, right? You can't talk to him again, unfortunately.
The Cantor should find time now.
Okay, now we can talk to him again now.
Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip? If you
Yeah, it wouldn't let us talk to him, Diagram.
take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now. The meeting could take a long time.
Alright, let's have a look.
I'm not ready yet.
Let me know. We must begin before nightfall.
Yeah, if you look at the cursor around him is a full circle. So the cursor around him is a full circle. The cursor outside with the gravedigger is like this one, which is only a half circle. And when it's a half circle, it means you can, if you right click it, you can kind of look at him, but you can't. If it's not a full circle, you can't talk to him. We can't talk to him. So yeah, the one singing was the one we was waiting for, and he just said he's finished now. So we're gonna have a word of him again. Yeah, we kind of is again. You can't speak to him either. So because he's busy. You've got the half circle. You can't speak to him. But when we start the meeting, he'll probably come on the radio. I think we've done everything else we need to. Let's do it. We're ready.
The day. If there are other problems you wish to.
No, we're good. Let's go.
The chapter meeting is more important.
Yeah, but we can't speak to him, Shantagies, so... The young monk she probably could have, but...
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honoured. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him.
How wise was Prior James, really?
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell the bishop about this.
Brothers, let him speak.
Brothers, please. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, heavens.
Hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Elias.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision, then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is?
May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
Then, the devil had a hand in his last wish as well.
Yes.
Well, I'm not so sure.
The devil?
If the devil has come to Kingsbridge, we must cast him out. He has come in the ways of neglect and self-righteousness. Let us look into the books and ledgers. Let us look into the problems that have ailed Kingsbridge for much too long.
Don't need your meddling.
Well, I suppose...
How dare
I agree.
that?
Hear, hear.
Yes, we must be more pious.
Only then will God keep the devil from harming us.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
No.
So
have a
he
chance.
did nothing to soothe your pain. He had only warm words.
Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not? We deserve the truth. What are your true intentions?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
No. I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea.
What? No.
I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
No!
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously, my choice.
Excellent choice.
What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great
Private
idea.
Philip.
Oh dear.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
I... do what?
Thank you for your kind offer, but we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you. We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right.
I guess we didn't have a
Kingsbridge
choice.
needs you.
We had to do it.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Alright. Our new king, Stephen, is supported by most of our normal overlords and even by the church. His younger brother Henry is Bishop of Winchester and one of the most important priests of all of England. He made Stephen swear an oath to reserve power to the church, which had a little influence on political affairs under King Henry. The trouble is that Lord Earl Robert of Gloucester is one of the king's bastards. He wanted to see if his half-sister Maud on the throne, believing she would heavily rely on his guidance and advice during her reign. In the name of Empress Maud, he and his allies have formed a rebellion against King Stephen. Okay. War
Now,
is going to
let
be
us
soon.
look for the letter.
This war is coming. Okay. So.
James spent much time writing in the last 10 years. Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be.
It's a tablet. Do you think it's an iPad?
handwriting on this tablet is hardly legible. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. Did Prior James write this?
Let's continue looking.
No, he's not looking. He's just standing there like a lemon. Reading his own book. Oh,
Francis,
look, a letter.
I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations. The Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, "Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand?" The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Wait, you want us to read it? Do we want to read it? Should we be reading this? The Rabbi of Gloucester, name the day and we'll be ready to shed blood in the name of the Empress Maud. I and my bondsmen will ride against Stephen, and we do not start the war, but we shall unleash it. Stephen himself started it the day he betrayed King Henry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him. Bartholomew, Earl of Shirling.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Okay.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
You know what, our brother? I don't know. Do we trust our brother? And also, there's not really been much as far as puzzles. It's more. I think it's more of a Telltale style sort of take on adventure, rather than a proper classic adventure games with loads of puzzle solving. It's more like and most Telltale games I see more as visual novels, that interactive novels than adventure games, and this is more like that. We'll accept it. We'll go with him though, because he's our brother. After all, he's our brother.
Do you
Family
really think
first.
the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Chapter 1. You helped Francis to uncover a conspiracy against the king. You were nominated to become prior. You agreed to meet the bishop. You reported Brother Marcus to thief. You knew about Brother Paul's ailment, but did nothing to. We didn't get an option to soothe his pain. All he kept saying to him was that he needs a fire. We didn't get the option. Maybe we had to find something. Maybe we had to find an object or find something to give to him to put on his foot, right? I'm not sure about that one. What I mean, there is 6 chapters. I think there's 7 chapters altogether in this book. So that's chapter 1. We still have we have a bunch more. Oh shit! I didn't give him the stone. I didn't have a chance to give him the stone. I suppose that's what I should have done, was give him the stone. Ball bags. So yeah, that was chapter 1. So we've played